up, so don't forget to stay on till the very end for the surprises coming your way. All right, Shampoo, I think you got it there?
Almost do.
Almost. How's everybody day? Let's get into the chat, everybody. Tell us a win that you've had so far this week while he's waiting. Let's hear some great wins that you've had this past week since we have all talked last. Marisa made the pool. Congratulations. Anything and everything matters for wins. Think about something to celebrate you, your family, your business, any of it. You had a good sleep last night, had some good water intake, made the pool beautiful. Beautiful. You reached out to some new people. You did the 2 a day every day, right? 2 a day every way, doing some fortune follow-up. Let's see. Sean, you got it, baby?
I do.
All right. I'll let you get started. But first things first, I want to welcome all of our brand new distributors, you guys that have joined since last week. We have Anna West, Nicole Davis, Caleb Scott, Sebastian LeBlanc, and Carl Lorraine Raditz Scott. And then we also, I see we've got Chad and Stephanie on tonight. Welcome, you guys. Good to see you. All right, honey, I'll let you take it over. So welcome to the family. You guys get busy in the chat. Have a good night, and we will get after it.
All right, I'm going to mute everybody. All right. Good evening. Good evening. The end of January, 1/12 of the way done with the year. Can you turn down your computer a bit? I can hear myself talking.
Done.
All right. So as usual, we're going to roll through this pretty quick, but we have Tuesday, the corporate call, Flip the Switch. That is definitely a place that you can invite prospects and listen in yourself. Weekly Wednesday wellness. This has been absolutely phenomenal, getting different people throughout the LifeVantage family in and teaching us all about health and wellness. Tune into this. This one, remember, does have a passcode. It is team_. Thursday, I'm not quite sure who the speaker is, but this is Carrie and Stu's Thursday night opportunity meeting, and you will hear from a different elite distributor.
Looks like Michelle just said, Sean, it's Tara Wilson this week, you guys. Elite Pro9 Tara Wilson. That will be amazing. Thank you,
Very
Michelle.
nice. Yes, I would definitely send prospects to Tara. She is absolutely phenomenal. As we wrap up January, we're headed into February, where we're going from the 5 for 500 pools to the MVP. And there's two sides to this, you guys. There's the MVP seller bonus, which is going to be based off of your enrollments from January, reordering in February, and you get the potential bonus of an extra $100 when they're doing that. And it equates to 500 in volume from the previous month's enrollments, focusing on retention and second month orders. And then the MVP builder bonus. You guys, this goes back to September 1st. So anybody that you enrolled as a distributor, September 1st of 2021 till now, will start qualifying you for the MVP builder bonus. It's really a 3x3x3 matrix, where when you get your frontline 3 people, and then they're on a $200 or more personal volume, auto ships, customer volume, you're going to get a bonus of 100. When you help those 3 get their 3, you can take it up to 500, and then helping that second level get their 3, $1,500. And every month that you maintain that through September 2022 pays out. So you can realistically start earning $1,500 a month if you had that 3x3x3 filled out. Again, it goes back in time to September 1st, new enrollments from September 1st last year on. Elite Academy is right around the corner. I know we had an awesome surprise. We're going to share that with you at the end of this. I don't know why I threw that slide at the end, but I did. I'll share with you that surprise about somebody that just made the decision this morning to attend Elite Academy in person. If you can't attend in person, 100% be on the virtual. This is one of the key cornerstones of how we build the LifeVantage business. So let's get those last minute enrollments in. Anybody that's newly enrolled, if you came in with the Elite Pack, you're going to have the opportunity to just register because you have a free ticket. Still qualifying for Croatia. That's going to go through the end of June. So make sure you're keeping track of where you are, how close you are. Maurice has already hit that trip. Congratulations. We were bragging on Isa today because she went over 200. So awesome, Isa. We're super proud of you ladies for leading the pack on that. Big Blue Calendar. Really trying to get people to put any meetings that you're doing on Zoom or any that you're doing in person into Big Blue Calendar so people know what's going on and where and have the opportunity to plug in if they have prospects for that. One Person Big Difference team website. You can just go to onepersonbigdifference.com, click the register link. You'll get a couple questions that are asked, including your birthday. That's how we keep track of whose birthday is when, so we can recognize you for birthdays. But there's tons and tons of information to help you build your business inside of that website as well too. The 1% Club, this is relatively new, a few months old, but if you get one new distributor in the month, a second month order from your previous month's enrollments, and then one event attendance, so LVAs or Elite Academies, you qualify for the 1% Club in LifeVantage. Getting started right, you guys. If you're a new distributor or you're resetting your business or you just have some questions and you want to know what other people are doing to have success, tune in to Miss Leslie. She's going to teach you all about getting started right. She does this every other Monday. So we don't have it tonight, but we will have it on February 7th. And this one, Michelle, do you want to jump on this real quick?
Yes. Well, I don't know what your next slide is, but tonight you guys were doing a call on third-party validation, all things third-party validation. And actually, I will send out that bit.ly up there at the end. We've got a fun little surprise for everybody. One thing that I learned, it was very hard for me in the beginning of this was using third-party validation. And for those of you that are new, what in the world does third-party validation mean and why is it important? So we'll go through that tonight. And it's part of our system. Our system is called ITT, Invite, Tool, Team. Invite to, see the information, see the ABC investigative report, which is a tool or a video or a study or anything of it. And then team. Team is any of us, right? We all are here to help one another. And what we always say in this business is that we are all connectors, right? If we can be just a connector, that is where the magic happens. And so that's where third party is. And I just have to tell you, when we first got started, I'm like, oh, it's okay. I got this figured out. I'll learn all the studies. I'll learn all the science. I'll learn all the business. And what happens is you learn as you're going through the process. You're going to learn faster when you get somebody else doing that third-party validation, and it can help you speed things up. And hearing from a third-party person makes all the difference in the world. And we're going to share the why behind that now. So Sean, do you have the video right after this?
I do not, because I have the slide that I was going to share with the Elite Academy that I put at the very end of the deck. So let me jump at this real quick and then we'll do the video. This was Jessica today. Her and Sheila were discussing about Orlando, and they were so blown away with the call today and all of the stories about how it impacts people so much. She switched from doing virtual EA, and her husband is going to take control of the 3-month-old and the 2-year-old. But she said after this Monday morning call, decided I literally cannot afford to miss this in person. So love getting messages or seeing messages like that. Absolutely amazing. We're going to share a quick little video before we get into the guests that are going to talk about third-party validation. And you guys, to me, when we're talking about third-party validation, it's integral. Like, it is a component you can't be skipping in the process of building your LifeVantage business. You're going to close much faster. You're going to build your business much faster, and you can lean on others to help be the connector with the information. So definitely, if you are not currently doing it, listen to what these people have to say, because they are going to bless you with the results that they've been having recently on that. So
yes,
let me
perfect.
see.
You're getting that while you're getting that going, Sean. I'll just say, the video that we're going to play now, I just want you to think. I want you to really dig deep as far as why you are here. What is your purpose for being here? All the people that you can be out there blessing, all the people that you don't even know that are praying for an answer for what we have health-wise, financially, as far as the people that are out there that are praying for just human connection. And this video, Chad and Stephanie were like, oh, I just watched this. I actually sent this to them and Shauna and Troy the other day. Because it was just reminding me of what we have here that's really special. So as you're thinking of watching this, thinking about the power of using the tool, the third-party validation as the team, which is honestly, you guys, it is the magic component. So let this just sink in and enjoy, and we'll be right back.
Imagine. Imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand. When was the last time you were asked to use your imagination? As we grow up, life becomes ever more serious and literal, and the concept of imagination is often left in the past with our childhoods. Our lives become routine, and we slip into the comfort of daily monotony, eating the same breakfast, driving the same roads to work, and repeating the same conversations. The need for imagination dwindles. Harken back to simpler times when you were young and life was full of dreams and boundaries were undefined. Let your imagination run wild and see the world through an unfettered looking glass. There's something powerful, almost magical, when you imagine. You can be anything you want to be. You can live anywhere you want to live. You can do anything you want to do. Imagine. Imagine success. Imagine an abundant life. Imagine your dream home. Imagine you in your dream job. Imagine the dream vacation for your family. Imagine reaching your full potential. Imagination is a key component of success. Many of the world's greatest athletes use imagination to visualize their course to the winner's podium. In similar fashion, great leaders of all types chart their course by imagining their end goal and the steps required to arrive at their maximum potential. Imagination is critical to progress. Imagine LifeVantage.
Imagine that the world is enclosed. It's open to those who fight for life the most and never let it go. Imagine that the waiting's done. The time has come for you to run. Imagine what we'd do if we would do what we imagine. We could shake off all our years and fears and dream like we were children. Imagine what we'd do if we would do what we imagine. We could shake off all our years and fears and dream like we were children again. Imagine that. Imagine that the choices you've made and all your mistakes are a path that you lay that leads to a better place. Imagine that you can make a change, but you can't wait to start today. Imagine what we do if we would do what we imagine. We could shake off all our years and fears and dream like we were children. Imagine what we do if we would do what we imagine. We could shake off all our years and fears and dream
love you guys so much. Put in the chat there. I love reading how you guys are feeling. And just let that sink in, because that's what life is about. It's about living. It's about making a difference, about being, like the child, Don and Mia. I don't know if you guys watch them or are connected to them at all on Facebook. They live out in the Boston area, and there was a huge snowstorm recently. And Mia, I think, said to Don, let's go out and do snow angels, just going and being free. And they just did snow angels, took pictures, and just abundantly and living in the moment. And Don and Mia, you guys are just so amazing on the call this morning. And Danya made me cry on the call this morning, listening to the impact of how him being actually at his first in-person event. He wasn't really going to go, and then he went to the in-person event, and literally it changed his life. And I would also say that it impacted their marriage in huge ways. So they're just so beautiful. So I just wanted to share that, because we just have to stay rooted in our purpose and what we're doing here, and not get so technical. Right? Our system is invite, tool, team, but the purpose behind it is making a difference. And so I have Amy Dippold here that's going to share with you, and has somebody great, and we're going to just teach exactly what they're doing and how it's working. And then we're going to have Don and Mia and Michelle, and then Sean and I will add in any additional tips and tricks. So get your pen and paper handy, and we can't wait to hear Amy.
Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. I think third party, we're always talking about this, but what does it really look like, and how does it really work? And I'll tell you this, statistically, if I look back through my lineage, the people that I actually connected to another person and did my due diligence at some point, it built their belief enough that they were on that product, and they stayed on that product at a much higher rate than anybody that I failed to connect. And I just encourage you guys, I know so many times what I've personally been experiencing is people feeling resistance, because they're so new to this platform, and about LifeVantage is we don't put that taste in people's mouths. We have beauty that happens every time we connect somebody to somebody, and every time they walk away, they feel blessed. Even if they were like, oh, no, I don't want to be connected. No, I'm fine. No, you asked that question. You deserve to hear the right answer. I'm going to get you connected to that person. And so I have a beautiful, amazing new teammate. Her name is Jen. And she joined me at the end of last month as an elite pack. She is this incredible single mom that is just crushing it in life, literally in her day job with her children. She's an inspiration to me. I'm so thankful God brought us together. And she joined at the end of last month. She still went on and hit Pro 1, and she's continued to keep her business. She's growing this month. She hit the 5 for 500 pool, and she's beyond. I mean, she's just crushing it, but she's been doing third party. And so I thought, what better way to have a brand new distributor who's experiencing massive success teach you guys what she is doing to do that. And so without further ado, Jen, can you share what you've been doing and how it's been working for your business? Is Jen out there? I know I saw her.
Yes, I see her. She's
I have to unmute.
There we go. Perfect.
I still haven't gotten the technical stuff down yet. Just wanted to say thank you for this opportunity. I am not here on my own accord. I'm here by the grace of God. And just a short, quick introduction to myself is I've been on this journey for supplements for about 3.5 years. And people just come to me because I have learned from people wiser than myself about vitamins and stuff like that. And so for me, God has already laid the foundation, and just being here with you all today is evidence that he is ready for us to start building. So let's get to building. 3 things that have worked for me in this short 4 weeks all tie around to third-party validation. And I have my notes here, so if I'm looking either direction, this is why. So the number 1 key for third-party validation is in-home gatherings. If you are like me, and you have never invited people to your house for any reason, you need to break that barrier tonight. Write that down on your paper tonight, that your goal is to stop being a private person. Allow people into your life and allow people into your home. Bring them to your home so that they know that you care about them and that you have something important to share with them. This the benefits of an in-home gathering is that it's more personable. And not only can the people see your passion about the products, but they can actually feel the passion about your products. So when that mom is crying because her son has PANS, or that person is there because there might be Alzheimer's in their family, or whatever the case may be, and you are there in person to just offer them a Kleenex or a hug or a handshake, that is going to go a very, very long way. People need to know that we care. And one of the ways that we can do that, especially in today's society with everything shutting down, is opening up the door. So let the people into your home. The second way we can do this, and I would just like to say that I've had 2 in-home gatherings this month, and both have been on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. I feel like that time works best for most people, but pick the time that works best for you. I gained 4 customers in my first one and 1 distributor in that first in-home. And then the one I just had this past Saturday, 1 gal showed up and she purchased on Sunday. So they do absolutely work. The second thing that is working for me are Zoom meetings. This is another opportunity. My teammate who just became a distributor, she hosted her own Zoom meeting. So shout out to Angie Richards for doing that. But because she did that, I invited people to hers, and 1 customer is pending because of that. And then also our team Upward held a Zoom meeting this past week, and I invited, 18, 19, 20 people to that. 2 people showed up, and I'm following up with 1 customer right now. So the Zoom meetings work as well. I think it's because it's that personal connection. We see facial expressions, we see the passion behind the people. And that's what people are looking for. They see the drive in us. One thing I will say is, this is just kind of like a subtitle, but the more you can get people into Vitality Living, the better. They don't have to be a customer. They don't have to be a distributor, but if you are talking with them, Vitality Living is also a third-party validation. Not only is it third-party, but it's like 300-party validation. There are millions of stories in there, hundreds of testimonies. So just pique their interest and say, you know what, maybe you're not ready to start, or maybe you're not ready, or you're not familiar with the products quite as much. But here, can I invite you to this group? And they will say yes, and then just open that door for them as well. Okay, last one is the phone calls. I don't talk on the phone, I'm a texter. So this is something that was really hard for me to break. So if you're also like this, again, write it down and break that barrier for yourself tonight. Stop being your own stumbling block. And that's what I have grown into learning to do. And it's helped. So the thing about the phone calls is this. I've only been doing this for 4 weeks. I don't know much. I've retained a lot of information, but I don't know everything. This is where your mentor comes in. This is where your sponsor comes in. This is where Amy, my friend, my sister in Christ, and my go-to has been my relief. She is like my lifeline. So when people have questions and they need answers, this is why it's important to call your mentor or your sponsor, whoever. Everybody is so helpful. But you have to do this because they have the answers and they can get you the research, and they can even share their own personal journey and their story as to why they're doing this. What I do for that is I just simply ask, is it okay for me to put you in touch with my friend or my mentor? She can answer any questions that you have. And I actually would love that because I want to learn along with you. So they know that you are there just as much as they are there. And that is the number one benefit for me in a third-party call, is that not only is the customer benefiting from all of the information, but you yourself as a distributor are benefiting from the information as well. So those are my 3 things: in-homes, Zoom meetings, and phone calls. And then that subtitle of Vitality Living, they're all crucial to this if you want to start building your business. So that's all I have. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Oh, and follow up with everybody. Always follow up.
Yes, fortunes in the follow-up. Anything else, Amy?
No, I just love her. Seriously.
Amy's so happy. She just left. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just screaming. It's that simple. Woo!
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is, and you guys, and it is such a blessing after each time. People are so grateful, right? It's just getting to that point. So just remembering in the end, it's all about the person that we're sharing this information with. I could keep going, but we're going to get, for time, we're going to get Don and Mia and Michelle. So whatever one of you wants to start, I know Michelle did the third party for you, but Don or Mia, do you want to explain how the process went and how you maybe brought Michelle in and what happened because of that?
Sure.
Sorry to edify. These guys are the most amazing people. We have just a few minutes, so I'm going to keep it short because the magic is with you guys.
Well, no worries whatsoever. Michelle, shared a story that I heard on a Zoom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been trying to get this woman who's the mother of two of my young voice students on these products for a long time. She kind of had a thing about network marketing, and she's also got some health challenges, so she was reticent. But when I heard Michelle's testimony, I was like, oh my gosh, Sally has got to talk to Michelle. So I texted Sally and I said, blah, blah, blah. Got Michelle on the phone. Michelle and Sally talked for 20 some minutes. Sally, I just zipped my lip and they just took it away. Sally got all of her questions answered. And I sent her a shopping cart and she was sitting on it for days and days and days. And I thought, oh my gosh. And I called her this week and she said, yeah, I'm not home right now. I'll do it when I get home. She didn't. So, fortune in the follow up. Sent a text on Saturday with Dawn's prompting, and she ordered immediately. So some people are busy. We don't always know what's going on their end, and we're so focused on what we want. So that was a huge lesson there. And, Dawn can talk about this too, but we have been doing, and Judy has been doing this as well. We've been connecting with a lot of people on LinkedIn. Now, so far, it hasn't turned into a distributor, although today she got back to us and said she wants to do it. She's just trying to come up with the funds to do it. So she's not quite ready. She's a young gal in college, but she saw enough, and Nikki validated for us on that one. We always got somebody validating so that people see the process. With Judy, whenever she told me what prospect she had, we got somebody that was very much in sync with that kind of individual and their background. So when people see that, they see they don't have to know everything. There's a system that we plug into and it works. So, Don, go ahead, share whatever
let me
you
just chime in. Blizzard schmizzard, right? We had a huge blizzard, but we got it anyway, getting it done. Anyway, with Snow Angels. So I'm going to take just a couple of moments, folks, and talk about basically honoring your validator, because we honor and respect everybody who's doing the validation for us. Their time is valuable. Their willingness to commit to helping you is incredibly valuable. So what are you doing to honor them and make it as streamlined for them as possible? So of course, we always think, as Mia mentioned, always think about who is going to resonate with the prospect. It's so incredible, the resources we have in this tribe here, people from so many different backgrounds. You can just about always find someone who's going to just really hit the nail on the head for where your prospect is coming from. So I always ask the validator if they're available like about a half hour into the presentation. If we're doing it at 9 o'clock, are you available around 9:30 or so? That's after we've had the chance to share the product and the business presentation. Then I'm sure all you are doing this, but send the Zoom link as soon as possible and some background on the prospect to your validator. If it's a couple of days away, I always plan to reach out to the validator again, like the night before, either by text or email. Hey, we're still on for tomorrow. And just, being respectful about how I word it, not, are you still going to be there kind of thing. Just, we're still on, looking forward to having you. Thank you so much. And then a half hour or so before the presentation, I reach out again to the validator and just say, hey, we're going to be getting on soon. Thanks so much. And our validators are always so good at responding right away, saying, yeah, I'm there. Once we're with the prospect, I always text the validator just to confirm, okay, we're on with the prospect, they're watching the ABC. And then as much as possible, I try to text them again like 10 minutes or so before I see that we're going to be needing them to come on, just so they really know exactly where things stand. And then I text them when it's showtime. And of course, we validate the validator with a little background about them and introduce them to the prospect. And then we zip it and let them crush it. And I learned that, I won't say any names, but somebody who has a daughter named Sean Johnson taught me through fire and brimstone when I got my first validator ever, who was Mark. And I yapped through half of this, wasting his precious time. And I'm gonna, tell the story on him. He called me afterwards, and I appreciate it. I like being trained through fire. And he let me know, you talk too much, my friend. This could have been 10 minutes. It was like 20, 25 minutes. So I really, really appreciate that lesson that I learned from Mark. So Mark, if you're on here, thank you so much for teaching me that. I'll never forget it. Zip it and let them crush it. So that's what I have to say.
You are amazing, amazing. There's so many things. And as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much that we could go through tonight, and we want to respect everybody's time. So on One Person Big Difference on the website, you guys, Sean and I have a training specifically on third-party validation. So I'll go in there and I'll find it and I'll post it into One Person, so you have that, and also into Telegram so that you've got that as well. It's wonderful. But as Dawn was just saying, yes, edification of both parties in the very beginning, always the guest first. Why did you think about them? All the information. Why did you think about them? All the stuff about them. And then a little bit about the person that's doing the third party validation. And, we want to give the person that's doing the third party validation as much information as possible. Why did you think about, all the stuff? Or else they're going into a blind, right? They might be interested in the business. They might be interested in the products. Here goes my husband. Oh my gosh. I can't.
Hey, you got to give the people what they came for, honey.
I know. You're losing me, baby. Squirrel. It's hard for me to focus how to do those things. And then, like Dawn said, you say, hey guys, I'm going to put myself on mute now. I'm going to hand it over to whoever's doing the third party validation. Whoa! So, and then you put yourself on mute. So honoring, on the One Person site. See, I can't keep my thoughts straight. Also, you guys, you heard Dawn and Mia say, I heard Michelle share something. So being plugged into like the Carrie Dickey call today, being plugged into these calls, being at the events, because that's when we hear these stories, right? We hear the stories and how we can connect people to other people. I know, Sean, people are also trying to be very serious and respect, right? And then, okay, so they talked about it a little bit, and I know we got to get off. The Zooms and Messenger as well. Some people like to do Messenger and third-party validating through Messenger on your phones, through Facebook. You can do that. You can pull a third-party person in. Hi, hey, Danny, this is my friend, Kibra. I'm bringing Kibra here. She had some questions on this. She's a friend of mine from blah, blah, blah. Kibra, this is my friend, Danny. She's a chiropractor. She's amazing in the health world. She's got the most beautiful energies. She's going to be the best resource for all of your questions. And this is what your questions were, Kibra. And Danny, can you please help us answer them? And then that's it. And you leave it as that. And then you wait for Danny to answer the question, and then the question gets answered. Then there's conversation, and then sometimes you get into Zoom right after that. That can be done in text, that can be done in Messenger, and that can be done in Zoom. And as Jen, like people were saying, Jen, I hope you read the chat, because people were saying, holy cow, go back through the chat right now while we're sitting here. And Tanya said the whole training could be dropped right now because you covered everything. So there's a lot more to this, you guys, and I need like another half hour to go through all this, but I'm going to send you guys the third party validation training that we did that'll go into even more depth. It's so important. It is the magic. I promise you, I put in orders when we first got started, and Carrie and Maria Williams were like, we never hear from you. Why aren't we hearing from you? I said, I'm okay. I'm busy. I know you guys are busy. I don't want to bother you. And then they're like, this is part of the system. This is how you do it, is people need to know that you don't know everything, right? Like, I just need to bring another third party person in, and then they can answer the questions. I can do that, right? Because there's going to be people that will say, there's no way that I could ever know any of the business, the products, like all the stuff. But if you bring somebody else in, they listen differently and it gets answered. So last thing, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have 1 minute we're gonna do, Michelle created a bit.ly. I'm gonna send it out and you all grab it, and we're gonna have a promo for this week until next Monday. Who's in? Yes? So she put on to this little Google deal, you just click it, and the moment that you have a third party call, text, messenger, whatever, you go in there and you submit it. So you're gonna submit it every single time that you do it. And then I don't have my prizes in here. I've got t-shirts, I've got hats, I might have some lemonade Axio. Yes, Kibra's like, what? So we'll get it in there, we'll have a little raffle. We're gonna do quite a few of them because I'm kind of like, third party is fun, you guys. Energy is there and blessings are had. And I'm telling you, I learn something new every single day. You are going to learn as you grow through those. And we are here to help you through the entire process. Oh, Wendy wants grape. All right, Wendy. Well, maybe you can get some grape. Let's see your little thing be sent in, sister. So I'm going to send it in. I'm going to put it in Telegram and I'm going to put it in the Facebook group. Who's in? Who's in? I've got some woohoos. Yes. Okay, let's have some fun. Let everybody know. If you have questions, let us know. I hope you got some value tonight. We want to thank these guys, Jen and Amy and Mia and Dawn and Michelle. Okay, oh, there we are. Oh, look at it. Chad looking good. Here's Sonia. Hey, don't get out of the screen. There he is. Woo, look at those cuties. Oh, so fun. All right, well, we love you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening. Get registered for LifeVantage Academy in person or virtual. We're planning some good stuff for in person, you guys. We're planning some fun stuff that's going to be extra. Yes. Oh, Jess. Okay, Jess, we're going to end it with you. Tell us why you're going in person and not virtual.
Okay, so I was on the Monday morning call this morning, and it's been 2 years. Juniper was born, right? The last event you were born. You were 4 months old when we went to Cancun together, and I haven't been to a live event since then. And the virtual is great, but for me, it's like listening to an audiobook. It's the difference between listening to an audiobook and like being in the room where it happens. Like the Hamilton soundtrack is killing me, but just like, I know that this is my why. This is my plan A for providing for my family, for bringing my husband home from work, for sending Juniper to Montessori school, like so many reasons for our family. So I can't afford to not go. I can't afford to be ho-hum, losing my fire every once in a while. Like, if this is really my plan A, I need to invest in it. I need to be there. Financially, it's a small investment for the payoff.
Boom! How was that? Oh, right. Every business has continuing education. This is it, right? Oh, so good. Perfect way to end. We want to respect your time, you guys. So sorry to go a little late here, but I feel like these people were just a gift, right? So good. Can't wait to hug you in Orlando, Jessica, and all of you that are going to be there. And anybody that's not, we'll be sure to Zoom in with you and give you lots of hugs like this. Okay. Okay. Good night.
All right. Now we're going to stick around. If anybody wants to talk about the football games from this weekend, we can digest the greatness that we saw again. Just kidding. All right. You guys have a fantastic night and we will chat soon.
Yes. Love you guys. Good night.